I'm Travesty Stone, and I'm Boston's most polished filth. So in Spanish, travesti is a cross-dresser. It also sounds like an English word, travesty. When you call someone a travesti, if you're not in the community, it's a slur, but within the community, it's a compliment. So I like reclaiming it. Also happens to be a joke in English that people get after 6 months of knowing me. I just love it when people introduce me. They're like, it's a travesty if you don't know him, and everyone just goes, oh. I'm all over the map. The short version of my style is, it's ooky kooky spooky. Give it to you weird and I might be a little, but I have a lot of different presentations when I do drag. Also like very goofy, I have like a Where's Waldo number. I also can be Gilbert Gottfried if you need me to be. Whatever the joke needs, yeah. Appropriately since about Halloween of 2018. I was like a bedroom queen, or whatever you want to call it, the people who paint in their rooms and send Snapchats to their friends thinking they're stunning when really it's horrifying, since like about August of 2018. So I went out in public for the first time at Houseboy in September. I'm feeling really like happy now because finally full circle I performed there last month and I feel like I've made it. Well, now I've also made it because of the gauntlet. So I'm from the North End, and then I moved to Melrose, like Malden, for a lot of my childhood, and then I lived in Brunswick, Maine for a dark time. No offense. Actually, Maine, take offense, I don't care. It's a terrible state. Everything is cold and there's no people. But now I live in Cambridge. Well, I first discovered drag because I was hacking Netflix by saying my computer was in Italy because they allowed RuPaul on Netflix in Italy, so I was able to stream 2 seasons of that for free. And I was like, oh, this is cool, I guess. So then when I saw an opportunity to go to Coleslaw's planetarium show, I mean, I went and I just thought it would be fun, but then I lost my mind. And it was just so inspiring and weird and alternative, especially Violencia's performances. It just lit a fire under my ass, and I was like, I really want to try that. Until finally I tried going to Houseboy in full drag, and that's when T Sparks came up to me, poked me in the face and said, dude, I wouldn't have gotten that you weren't a guy. Well, then he told me about Machine and the ball started rolling from there. Well, I joke that I can do this, which makes me very, very intimidating. Watch out, ladies. For real, I have a collagen deficiency, which makes me surprisingly bendable, including to myself sometimes, and I think that'll really come through. Well, if we're going by Travis the character, he tells everyone it's just straight Jameson, but if we're being honest, it's probably coconut rum. Least likely to come back for a reunion. So it's been fun doing drag at Machine and Club Cafe and Jacques and all that, but it's hard to tell what works and what doesn't just based on dollar bills and Instagram likes. And I thrive under really weird constraints, so that with this very specific feedback just made it sound so appealing, because I just want to get better and weirder. And this seems like a really good place to do that. And also, it's time for a king to win. Also a big king, so. I bring something really different when I do drag. I do queen, I do king, I do thing. I'm all over the place with my drag, and I think that makes me really stand out. I'm really funny, and I can paint, and I'm also very humble. So I think that makes me the best. Let me redo that last part. That makes me the best candidate for winning the gauntlet. It would mean kings have arrived in Boston, and that's not something that I feel like has happened yet. I experienced this a lot, which I go in depth more about in the Playthings Dragazine that's coming out in August, but my path has been very much paved by people going, I just don't get drag kings, or I don't feel like trannies should perform because I'm also trans, that's the thing about me. People just don't get AFAB drag. A lot of people don't, and I heard that in the crowd in the beginning too of Cycle 2 when Kirby was performing, and it pissed me off so much, and then she murdered it. She really won their respect, which she shouldn't have had to do because she was just as good as everyone from the beginning, but she really turned it, and I want to do the same thing for Kings. Just show people we are just as valid performers as anyone else. RAR means I love you in dinosaur.